Welcome into Seahawks Today, powered by Chat Sports. Tyler Jones here with you. Happy to have you with us. Today, we are overreacting to the Seahawks' 27-7 loss to the San Francisco 49ers on Sunday. I will share with you some of my thoughts and also some of the thoughts of Seahawks fans around the country in just a few moments from right now, though. After a loss, though, let's send some good vibes the Seahawks' way. It was a tough defeat. Let's be honest here. You can't feel good about what happened on Sunday. So now the Seahawks at 1-1. Hopefully some momentum can get back on their side here. Let's do our part. Send some good vibes the Seahawks direction. 12s, you know what to do. Let's type 12 in the chat if you still believe in this Seahawks team. So, Overreaction Monday. Looking back on the loss for the Seahawks, it was not a good performance no matter how you slice it. And the internet had all sorts of opinions about this Seahawks team. And the first of those was the starting quarterback, Geno Smith. And I've already seen this idea tossed around quite a bit of if the Seahawks should bench Geno Smith after 2 games. And remember, Geno Smith played fairly well against Denver, going 23-28. 195 yards, 2 touchdowns, leading the Seahawks to that oh-so-great win against the Denver Broncos. But then, against San Francisco yesterday, he didn't look like what he did in that game against Denver. The stats do not tell the full story here. I know that the completions and the yardage were very similar between the 2 games, but that leaves out a lot of the details here of that performance. The Seahawks, led by Geno Smith, were not able to move the football a whole lot. There was a lot of drives that were just incomplete. I mean, this offense did not score a single touchdown. The only touchdown of the game for Seattle was because of special teams, because of that block kick return touchdown by Mike Jackson. And so, look, I'll say this. Geno Smith, I think now's way too early to even consider the idea of benching him, but I understand the frustration. I understand, Seahawk fan, where you're coming from, but it's still way too early before I would consider benching Geno Smith. What say you, though? Should the Seahawks really bench Geno Smith after 2 weeks? Let me know in the comments section. Type HY for hell yes. Type HN for hell no. Let me know in the comments section below if you believe the Seahawks should bench Geno Smith already. Number 2 on Overreaction Monday, play calling issues for the Seahawks. Let's face it. The offense, as we mentioned, was not moving the football well. And the number 1 person to blame for this was not Geno Smith. It was not the running backs. It was not even the offensive line. Shane Waldron, the offensive coordinator for the Seattle Seahawks. Now, I have been very kind to the coordinators throughout the last several months, and now I've seen a performance where I've said to myself, wow, Shane Waldron had a terrible game plan. He was not prepared for this San Francisco team. He did not put the offense in a position to succeed, period. And if you need one play to point to, if you need to circle it back to one thing in particular of what Shane Waldron did or did not do for this Seahawks offense, go back to the halfback pass, the second straight play out of the Wildcat that resulted in an interception in the end zone with the pass intended for DK Metcalf, thrown into double coverage, a wobbly pass. I mean, look, I've played Madden a lot over the years. I'm smart enough to know, don't even call the halfback pass on Madden, let alone in an actual game. I mean, how did you think that was going to go? I mean, you have these guys, you pay these quarterbacks a lot of money. Geno Smith, Drew Lock, whoever, to throw the football. I don't know. I mean, just stop and think for a second here. Who do I want to throw the football? Do I want it to be the guy that we pay to throw the football or put it in the running back's hands here? I mean, it was just an awfully called game by Shane Waldron. He is the number 1 person to blame for the offensive issues there for the Seahawks on Sunday. Was the game plan he put together was just atrocious. Today's show presented by BetUS. And BetUS is offering a great deal just for Seahawks Today viewers. You go to chatsports.com/bet. You can use the promo code Seahawks125. It'll give you a 125% deposit bonus. Still have a couple more NFL games tonight, too. Monday Night Football doubleheader. You can put some wagers down on tonight, or maybe even look ahead to NFL Week 3, or some college football games. Whatever you feel like betting, BetUS has got you covered. 125% deposit bonus. You put $100 down, they give you $125 to spend for free at chatsports.com/bet. Use promo code Seahawks125 at checkout. So where did DK Metcalf go? Where was DK? And to me, this is another thing. I don't point to Geno Smith, but Shane Waldron for not having a better game plan to get DK Metcalf involved. And that's not just 1 week. That's 2 straight weeks of this. Look at the numbers for DK Metcalf. 36 yards week 1 against Denver, 7 catches. And then this past performance, 6 targets resulted in 4 catches, just 35 yards. They are not getting DK the football down the field. You have a 6'3", 6'4" receiver that's got a size advantage on everybody, and you're not using him effectively, using him to his fullest potential. Tyler Lockett played good. Lockett had some nice targets, but DK, I don't fault DK for this. I don't think he is being used properly, that they are not putting him in a position to succeed. And quite frankly, here was the thing. DK Metcalf, I think going into year 4, we all thought, okay, sure, there might be a quarterback change, but at this point in his career, he should be able to take off and keep on improving and take that next step. And right now, the offense, the system that's in place from Shane Waldron is limiting DK Metcalf from being able to take that next step and play to his full potential. I mean, there's at times with DK Metcalf, folks, where you might as well just put him on a milk carton because he's just missing out there. I mean, like, it's bad. I need to see more of DK and see DK do his thing. So give me a prediction here. Will we see DK get over 1,000 yards? It's a ways to go, and they're going to have to get him more involved in the offense. But will we see him break out and the offense figure this thing out and make it work? Let me know in the comments section. If so, type O for over if it's going to be over 1,000 yards. If not, type U for under. Let me know in the comments section. O for over, U for under. Let me know below. And we're covering the Seahawks like no one else is here on the channel as we bring you day-to-day coverage of your Seattle Seahawks with watch parties, live shows, and breaking news. Had a great time at the watch party. Despite the loss, we enjoyed ourselves on Sunday afternoon. And if you missed it, no need to fear. Seahawks Today Live is here on Wednesday, 6 p.m. Eastern, 3 p.m. Pacific, each and every day as we talk about your Seattle Seahawks and have a great time, answer your questions and a couple segments here and there. It's every Wednesday, 6 p.m. Eastern Time, 3 p.m. Pacific with yours truly. Join us. You will not regret it. I can promise you that much. Subscribe now so you never miss a moment of the latest happenings here on Seahawks Today, and turn on your notifications as well. A couple things here, too. The trenches are concerning, I think, when you look at this Seattle Seahawks situation. We knew the offensive line was going to have some issues of starting rookie tackles, that they would go through some growing pains. But it's not just the offensive line. The defensive line really struggled here. And here's what I want to point to. Let's look at the Niners stats, and then we'll look at the Seahawks stats in just a second here. As far as this tells me everything I need to know about the battle of the trenches, without even using anyone's names. Just look at these stats. The Niners had 25 first downs, only allowed 1 sack. They ran a total of 70 plays. That's ball control football at its finest, folks. 373 total yards, 189 yards on the ground. They ran it up and down on this Seahawks team. Now compare that to Seattle statistics. Only 14 first downs, 2 sacks allowed. They only had 47 plays. I mean, the offense was barely even on the field because of how short these drives were going. Only 216 yards. And then on the ground, remember, you got Kenneth Walker III back this week. Everyone was excited about that. I mean, you could have had Barry Sanders in that backfield and he would have struggled with how much that offensive line was getting bullied by San Francisco. Only 36 rushing yards for Seattle. They were not able to get any push. They were dominated physically by this San Francisco 49ers team. And I got to tell you, if you got problems with that right now, week 2, it's concerning about that going forward of what that group's going to do at the line of scrimmage. What's your overreaction to the Seahawks loss? This is your chance to weigh in and let us know in the comments section, whether it's something I talked about or something that maybe you have in mind here. Let us know what your overreaction is to the Seahawks loss. The hotter the take, the better. Encouraged, actually. Let us know in the comments section below. We will end on a bright note, despite the loss. I got to tell you, the future of this Seahawks team is right now, and the future is still bright. These young guys, we saw a couple young players for the Seahawks look really good in just their second career game, starting with Tariq Woolen, the 5th-round pick out of UTSA, started at the outside corner spot. He had 3 tackles, but the blocked field goal on special teams. Remember, we've talked a lot with Tariq Woolen of the athleticism, the size that he brings to the table at 6'4", 210. That was incredible what he was able to do to block that field goal. And I know the highlight shows Mike Jackson taking it to the house, and it was a great play by Mike Jackson, but the play happened because of Tariq Woolen. Tariq Woolen was unbelievable, and it was the first time, I believe, in a decade that the Seahawks have had a blocked field goal return touchdown. That was awesome. Boye Mafe, who was really good in the preseason, picked up right from where he left off from the preseason. He was good on Sunday with a sack and 4 tackles. I'm excited to see what Boye Mafe is going to continue to do throughout the rest of the 2022 season. So those are my overreactions to Monday and reacting to some of the thoughts that you guys had in mind too. We will see you tomorrow here on Seahawks Today. Hope you have a great one.